What's going on, guys? Danny Mangan here, back for another video. I hope you're having a great day. It is currently Sunday. You guys will be watching this tomorrow evening on a Monday. Hope you're all good. Hope you had a positive start to your week and you're looking forward to crushing some goals. For you guys that follow me on Instagram, you would have seen my story where I posted a poll where you guys wanted to know my 5 best movements for back or my 5 best movements for legs. The leg day won. Not by a long shot, but the legs won by 1 or 2 votes. So that's what this video is going to be about. People get excited. Now, I'm not going to go into a whole commotion about how to build muscle because that's not what this video is about. Obviously, there's things that do intervene with obviously building legs and building muscle, because the legs are muscle and you need a calorie surplus, etc. So if you haven't seen the video where I talk about how to build muscle, the link will be in the description. Go and do watch that video as well after you've watched this one. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you my 5 top movements for legs. Why I like them, what they do for me, why I do them, my sets and reps I do on them, all those kind of things, guys. So drop the video a like. If you like leg day, subscribe, share with a friend that doesn't like leg day. You get the drill, people. I'm going to show you my 5 top movements. I want you guys to take them away, put them into your training and see the benefits from them. So let's get into the video. So movement number 1 is a very predictable one. It's a squat variation, okay? So that doesn't necessarily mean a back squat, that just means a squat variation. Personally, I have 3 different lower rotations, which means I do 3 different squat variations, okay? Actually, I might possibly do 4. I do 4, okay? So I do obviously the typical back squat. I do a sissy squat with a barbell, which I'll put some footage in just quickly now. A hack squat and a pendulum squat. They are my 4 different squat variations. Now, you don't have to do a back squat to build big legs, okay? I think we've gotten past that stage. My favorite of those 4 is a pendulum squat and a hack squat. I think those two are variations of a squat are very beneficial and very accurate at hitting the target muscle that you're trying to hit. What I'm going to do is go into a quick demonstration of a pendulum squat and a hack squat now, give you a voiceover, a little tutorial possibly on how to use these machines to the best of their capabilities, is it? So yeah, enjoy the voiceover. Right guys, so here you'll see I am doing a set on a pendulum squat. Now in a minute you'll see where where my feet are positioned on the pad. I'm deliberately trying to target my quads here, okay? So you can see on this machine the depth is absolutely ridiculous. This specific Arsenal strength one is absolutely filth. There's my foot position, we're targeting the quads, getting that depth, so it's replicating the depth of a squat, but we can load the quads more targeted. That's why I prefer a pendulum rather than a back squat. Really good, try it out if you can. Really good for quads, hamstrings and glutes. Next we have the hack squat, as you'll see now. Again, depth on this Cybex hack squat is absolutely amazing. My foot position's low, therefore it's targeting my quads. Both machines, you know, you want to do about 2 sets, one 5 to 10 and then one 8 to 12. Both sets taken to failure, you're going to feel your quads blow up. Of course you can do these machines for hamstrings, that all depends on your foot position, guys. Give these 2 a try on your next leg day because it absolutely ruins and grows your legs, I promise you guys. Pendulum squats, hack squats, both great exercises. Like I've just said in the voiceover, depending on where you put your foot position on the pad, that is going to hit a different part of your leg, and that is the rule of thumb in general leg training, okay? So if your feet are low and narrow on the pad, that's going to be more smacking your quads. If you're coming up higher and wider, that's going to be more of your hamstrings. Now, of course, you're going to hit the overall leg, but that's just how you would pull more of a certain muscle group into the exercise. So if you want to focus more on your quads, low and narrow for quads. If you want to focus more on your hamstrings and your glutes, higher and wider. Okay, so keep that in mind through all leg exercises because that's a very top tip. Now, the next movement is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite movement in the gym to do, and that is straight leg deadlifts. You can do these with a barbell, you can do these on a dumbbell, you can do these on some machines, the Smith machine, whatever you feel like. But yeah, straight leg deadlifts, guys, absolutely amazing. A lot of people ask me where I put this in my programming. For me, it's on my lower rotation. Some people also do this on pull day, but guys, it smacks your hamstrings to absolute bits and your glutes. So if you're not doing this workout, if you're not doing this exercise, sorry, you need to include your straight leg deadlifts because they will bring massive amounts of not only hamstring and glute development but lower back thickness, all of that stuff, and you need that. It's very important, and it's awesome if you can get really strong on it. Plus, another thing, it also, you know, increases your deadlift, okay? So it is a deadlift variation. However, you know what guys, you're not going all the way to the floor, you have to be strong all the way because obviously your hamstrings are fully stretched, so it's going to help you increase your deadlift as well. So yeah, the straight leg deadlift, if you're not doing it, you're nuts, because it is amazing. Cool guys, so here is my top set about to go down on straight leg deadlifts. This variation was on the dumbbells. Like I said, you can also do these on barbells, Smith machines, and some machines as well you can do them on. So what I'm thinking about of this is driving my bum back whilst keeping my legs as straight as possible. As you'll see, I'm not going all the way down to the ground. This is allowing me to stretch my hamstrings, and then on the way up I'm really pulling my glutes through, bang, like that. So I'm stretching my hamstrings and then pulling through with my glutes and contracting my glute at the top. The key thing with this is to stick your bum out, keep your chest up, and stretch those hamstrings, okay? It's very, very good movement for hamstrings, but like I said, it also hammers your lower back and your glutes. So as a posterior chain movement, this is my favorite, much preferred over deadlifts, and I've seen way more gains from straight leg deadlifts rather than actual deadlifts. So yeah, if you haven't done these, check them out. So the next movement is a very, very simple one, but it's very, very effective, and it's probably one of my favorite leg movements, and it's the leg extension, guys. This is great for isolating and loading the quads. Very, very, very good. You can do a lot of damage. Girls, you can shape your legs very well with this. So if you're not doing leg extension, but I think the thing is you probably are doing leg extension, it's a great movement. If you're a girl trying to put lines in your legs and tone your legs, it's very, very good. If you're a guy or a girl trying to build massive legs, massive quads, to be honest with you, that is also very good. So no matter the goal, if you're a bikini girl trying to tone your legs, or just a normal girl trying to improve your legs, it's a great machine. If you're a bodybuilder, men's physique athlete, classic bodybuilder, whatever you are, just trying to build massive legs, massive quads, is also a very good machine. Why? Because it isolates you, you're driving straight through your quads, there's nothing you can do about it, you're going to feel the pain, you're going to build some tissue, you're going to do damage, and that's what we want. So the leg extension is definitely up there. Right, the leg extension, a simple but very, very effective movement for the quads, okay? The best thing about this is you can pull yourself back into the chair and then really focus on contracting and moving the weight by, you know, contracting your quads. So guys and girls, this is a very, very good exercise. Firstly, if you're a girl, just trying to shape your quads and you want to bring in more lines in. A lot of girls ask me, how can I shape my legs? This is how you shape your legs. Equally, guys, if you want to build that mass, you want to be smashing this. If you're looking at sets and reps, I sometimes do one all-out set of about 20 reps, if not more, all sets till failure. Or sometimes I will do a rest pause set here, terminology for that in the description below, or I'll just keep it simple and do one set of 8 to 12 and then one set of 15. But either way, guys and girls, the leg extension is your best friend for quads. Very, 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 very good. And very painful, but very, very good. So definitely be doing this in your leg rotations. Alright guys, so we had our main movement for quads, which was a pendulum squat with a hack squat, followed up by the isolation on the leg extension. We've had our main movement for hamstrings and glutes, which was the straight leg deadlift. Now what I'd like to do after that ideally is to put in an isolation for hamstrings. You've got the seated hamstring curl. This is the best hamstring curl machine you can get, in my opinion. Why? Because I can contract really bloody hard and I can stretch the hamstrings fully loaded. Do you know what I mean? So it's very, very good. The lying hamstring curl is very good as well, but you're working it in a more of a stretched position. So the strength curve, if you think of a lying hamstring curl when you're stretched, it's the hardest when your legs are fully stretched, right? A seated hamstring curl, you're using your hamstrings more in a shortened position. So when you're at the bottom, so this is a straight, you pull it down, bang, hamstrings at the bottom, that's when you're using most of your hamstrings, you're contracting. So very different movements. But I really, really like a good seated hamstring curl, like the one I'm going to put in the video, the Life Fitness one at Muscleworks. Woohoo! Very, very good. But yeah, I'd throw this in ideally after I've done a compound, or even before I've done a compound. Actually, that's a lie. I've got my seated hamstring curl as my first movement on my leg days, and that's going to pre-exhaust before my compounds, like the straight leg deadlift. But that depends on your programming. I like to do it before because then I've done damage already, and then when I do my straight leg deadlifts, my hamstrings are really connected, so it just puts a bit more mind to muscle power in the game. But yeah, seated hamstring curl, if you're not doing it, if you can do it, because not every gym has a seated hamstring curl, but some variation of a hamstring curl would be good. So a lying hamstring curl or a single leg standing hamstring curl. But for me it's a seated hamstring curl all day. Another Lifetime Fitness piece of equipment that is just unreal, my favourite hamstring curl. The aim of this, guys, is to drive the heels back to your bum and contract the hamstrings in that shortened position as hard as possible without throwing the weight, okay? So you want to move the pad back as slowly but as hard as possible. So, you know, rather than kicking back as quickly as possible, which means you're gonna shorten the time under tension. So the aim is to shorten the hamstring, contract hard as possible, keep your bum locked in the chair, and just, yeah, get really strong at this, guys. This is a great hamstring builder. Sets and reps, sometimes I'll do 1 set of all out, sometimes I'll do 2 sets. The first set will be my loading set, like all of my sets, which will be 8 to 12, and then I'll go for a 8 to 15. Right, guys, for the last movement for legs that I really do recommend, it's nothing serious, it's nothing crazy, it's not a walking lunge, backflip, front flip, into front crawl in a swim pool. It's just a leg press. A leg press done well, a leg press done effectively. A leg press done in the right manner can be very, 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 very good. You want to be using a leg press. Whereabouts in your workout would you put this? You ask. You could potentially put this in the 3rd exercise, the 2nd exercise. That's where I'd kind of put a leg press. A lot of people think leg press is put at the end and just burn it out. No, a leg press can be a great loading exercise as well. So depending on your programming, you guys can make the decision, and girls. There are so many different leg presses, especially in muscle works. There's like thousands of them. Okay, so you've got your typical leg press, which you've all seen, your vertical leg press, which you might not have all seen, and then at the Muscle Works gym, there's an Avenger leg press, right, which you've seen in all my videos, guys. You've seen it. I love it. It's great. It's very, very, very good. But yeah, I'll run you through my leg press. It kind of, just because it's a different leg press, the principles like still remain the same, okay? So keep that in mind. When I talk about depth, it's the same on any other leg press. When I talk about tempo, it's the same on any other leg press. So just because it's this one, if you haven't got this specific leg press in your gym, which you probably don't, actually you definitely don't, then still apply the same principle. So when I talk about depth, loading, tempo, you know, just general execution, just apply the same way and you'll make the same gains. Okay, last exercise I'd recommend massively, the leg press. Here we have it, the Avenger leg press, absolutely phenomenal. Right, so when I'm leg pressing, guys, I am thinking about driving the weight away from me through my heels, okay? I'm also thinking about the depth, so my aim is to get my knees as close to my chest as possible. Why? Because then my quads are fully stretched, okay? It's also allowing me to put tension throughout my whole quad, not just half my quad. So if I'm doing a half rep, like a lot of people do, they forget about the depth, they're only going to stretch half their quad, which means only half the quad's getting tension. We want to build the whole quad, therefore we need the whole range of motion. So I'm thinking about bringing my knees as deep as I possibly can. Phenomenal. This is 3rd in my exercise selection. For legs, I do 1 set of 5 to 10 and 1 set of 8 to 12. Like I said, all sets to failure. This was absolutely manic. If you're not leg pressing, you better be leg pressing after this video, because you will see massive amounts of gains. If taken in a progressive overload fashion, you will grow some muscle tissue, I promise you guys, so get going on it. Right, guys and girls, they are my 5 movements to implement into your workout, guys. If you're not doing them, be sure to. They are suited to male and female, so if you put these into your programs, girls, don't be scared, get in, get dirty, smash it up. I hope you guys and girls have enjoyed this video. Please do like, comment down below your thoughts, share with someone that could benefit from this information, because that's why I started this channel, guys, to motivate and educate and help you guys and girls make some gains, be happy, enjoy your life in the gym. If you're new to the channel, guys, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.